Yeah. Um, you know, maybe I should clarify that, I'm actually straight. It doesn't matter what line Ajan is giving me. I'm actually straight. Like, people that come out of their closet, I'm like, no, 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 I am not related to the closet at all. Like, that
I'm
was
straight.
so
I'm straight too. I like men.
Hi, hello everyone. It's me again, Ajan, in the fifth episode of Humans of My Life. And today I'm here with my friend Yaso. She is one of the humans in my life. And Yaso is my friend from Toastmasters. She's also a trainer. She has her own center in JB called Limelight Artistry Resources. So I'm gonna let Yaso introduce herself to all of you. Yaso?
Hi, Ajan.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yaso. I am a confidence coach. So I help children and also adults gain their confidence. And I do it through public speaking, debate and creative writing for kids, and for adults, presentation skills, and English communication, and so on. And I've been in this business for a long time, but I started off as a teacher and I have been a lecturer. Right. I've been teaching for a few years, and I decided to leave my job as a lecturer and start up my own business. So I would have to say I'm involved in this English teaching business for 20 years now, actually. Yeah, so it's not just a few years.
Interesting. In fact, one of the perks of being friends to Yasu is I get to improve my English.
A lot of my friends say the same thing to me, so I think this is
a good
thing. Yeah, it's a compliment.
It's a compliment. It is a compliment. And Yasu is one of the friends. Whenever she corrected my English, I don't feel embarrassed about it. I mean, the way she corrected me, I'm grateful to have a friend like her who lets me improve my English, who helps me improve my English.
This is a compliment for a teacher. So because that's what a teacher is supposed to do. When we help our student, we don't do anything. We don't create any conflict, or make somebody feel less, because of a language. Because language is a language. It doesn't matter how you which language you're good at. So
okay, I like that way. Can you say it again? Language is a language.
Yeah, language is a language. So there's no superior language or inferior language. So whatever language we know, or languages that we know, it's an asset for us. So as Malaysians, we are so blessed, because we are, I would say, like, by default we should know a few languages. Bahasa Melayu is our national language. We would know English, and then we would speak a different language at home sometimes, or could be either a dialect or a language, so I would say all of us are multilingual. I know Ajan speaks Javanese at home,
and Yasu obviously speaks
Tamil. I speak Tamil, so I mean, whatever languages that we know, these are all really a plus point to our personality, who we are.
And it doesn't it's not a measure to our intelligence, right?
No, it isn't. Definitely it isn't. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Yaso the next question, which is Yaso's gonna tell us, Yaso, what makes you excited?
When Afzani told me the questions that she's gonna ask me, and upon this question, my first thought was Hugh Jackman. But that is inappropriate, so
It's okay.
What makes me excited? I would say, I think language makes me excited. So, words being used, or beautiful words being used, and it doesn't matter which language it is in. So sometimes, maybe it could be in Spanish or French, or Bahasa Melayu, or it could be in Tamil. These are the languages that I know of. So to me, it's like, when I see words that are, worded nicely. So I hate translations because I think we always get lost in translation. Maybe something that is beautifully said in one language and you translate it for the convenience of other people, you don't see the beauty of that language anymore. So that gets me excited. Words that are used nicely. So I'm a very language person. If you, I'm so language person, which is a contrast of Afzan, because Afzan is a very maths kind of person, to the point where, my passwords are usually just words spelled out. Words. Okay? Don't hack me. Yeah. It's just words. Most of my friends can guess what those words are.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, those are my passwords. Can you imagine how terrible that is? Like, I don't have numbers in my password. And I only recently realized it because I fixed the Wi-Fi in the center, and the person who fixed it told me that I have to have alphanumerical, and my alphanumerical still came out as a word. The whole thing. Yeah. So I don't do numbers. I'm not a big fan of numbers. I think every English teacher will tell you that they're really bad with numbers. Yeah, that's why they became an English teacher.
I've got no other English teacher friends to check that fact.
Okay.
So
if you are an English teacher, you can comment and say whether you agree or not. That English teachers are terrible.
I look forward
Yeah.
to comments from English teachers. I'm gonna tag my. Do I have a tag your English teacher friends?
Yeah.
In the comments. Okay, my third question for Yaso is, Yaso, what are the things that inspire you?
Okay. I'm always inspired by, can I say tenacity? Like the willpower. So it doesn't have to be human, right? Cats do that, or dogs do that, and some animals do that too. So when I see determination, and I see the spirit of somebody, or how the gusto that they have, it could be just for life. It can be something simple, and that inspires me. People's stories, people's background, what people like, or yeah, things like that. Simple things actually inspire me. I am not one for motivational talks or non-fiction books with all these writers who inspire you. But I focus on stories. I like to listen to stories, and I think usually people's stories are so much bigger motivation than someone standing on a stage and telling me, "Oh, you can do it. You are great," and stuff like that. So, what moves me would be people's story.
Their personal experience,
Yeah.
instead of them telling us to go for it, start doing something.
Yeah.
What about Hugh Jackman that inspires you?
This is a difficult question. I think I started liking Hugh Jackman in the year 1999 or before that. I'm not sure, but it was before his appearance as Wolverine, that's for sure. And I don't know, there was something about this guy. In the beginning he was quite mysterious, so I was just thinking, okay, he's a good actor. I think he's a good actor. And then his off-camera personality came on, and then we could see that he's a really good actor, because that tough guy exterior that he normally shows in some certain movies is definitely not what he is. And he happens to be a very good humanitarian, helping people and so on. And I think that's what made me think, okay, right, this person is a very nice person. And I like people who are humble and down to earth, and I think Hugh Jackman is definitely one of them. So
yeah, definitely. Even though I'm not a big diehard fan of Hugh Jackman, I also like him as a person, not as an actor, because of his relationship with his wife. In fact, he was an English teacher.
Yes, he was.
And there was a video on YouTube which went viral because he recognized one of his students among
yeah.
the reporters. That was interesting.
Mhm.
He was like, he looked at this guy, he immediately called out his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he started asking questions like, something like, have you done your homework?
Yeah.
And he turned into his teacher. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Yaso.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, because, he had his ups and downs before becoming a successful actor. So I don't know, when I become a celebrity and, if I run into my students, I am so going to, call you out and because I remember my students, I remember their names, most of them, like 80% of them I would remember. And I would definitely like call out my student and embarrass them.
Yaso remembers name.
Yeah.
But that's one of the amazing thing as a friend that I can say about her.
I think that's the thing. I don't have a formula. Some people say that you use some mnemonics, to remember people's name or whatever. No, I have no mnemonics. I think one way to remember a person's name is to when you meet a person, ask their name and learn to pronounce it. And then that's it. I would normally picture a person with that name, and that's it. The name would stick there.
In fact, as a friend, one of the things that I like to emulate from Yaso is when Yaso goes to restaurants, she usually remembers the owner or the waitress. So the next time we come, we call his or her name instead of just like, who you, waiter. And I emulate that, and I realize people treat you better when you call their name.
Yeah.
So I make an effort to remember people's names whenever I can, even though I'm not as good as Yaso. In fact, nowadays in restaurants like Old Town, they have name tags, right? You don't even have to ask. You just look at the name tags, and next time you want to call them, you call them by their name, and it makes a big difference in that person's day.
To remember people's names.
Yeah, remember people's names. That's a good tip. That's a good life tip. # life hack from Yaso.
Remember people's names.
Okay,
don't mispronounce people's names.
Yeah,
don't mispronounce it. I've been called Soya, Yosa, Sayo.
Okay, Sayo is the best.
Right. I'm like, really? That's what you're gonna call me? But okay, it's usually I'm a bit more tickled, because I've got 2 syllables. How hard is 2 syllables? I'm not asking you to remember my name and my father's name, just like like multiple 7 syllables. It's just 2 syllables. That's why usually when I meet people, I would ask them, "Oh, what's your name?" and they would say their name, and then I would actually ask, "What do you want me to call you?" Or what do I call you? So usually they'll give like Afzan, she's Nur Afzani Tual. But when she introduced herself to me, she was like, "You can call me Ajan." So I would remember Ajan. So that's one thing.
But that's more because I cannot pronounce my name properly. That's why I want people to call me Ajan.
It's got to do with the lisp. I'm sure you noticed by now Ajan's lisp. Yeah, say scissors, Ajan. Scissors.
I don't want to. Thank you.
Okay.
Next question. Next question is, so what's your ambition far into the future? What do you see yourself as?
I work with a lot of students. I do public speaking with kids, and my youngest participants are 3, and oldest are teenagers. So that's also the question I ask them, like, what do they want to be? Because I'm still figuring out what I want to be. Okay, I'm just trying to get inspiration, right? But I would say I am already what I want to be. This is what I like doing. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I like being a teacher, and I like the way that my teacher journey has evolved. Like, so I'm not just a teacher. I'm not just, a certain teacher. And I am more of a, motivator. I am a coach. So I'm happy that the people that I work with, they end up seeing a lot more about they're going through in their life, that others know. Even sometimes their friends don't know what's happening. Sometimes their parents don't know what's happening, and I'm so glad that they shared that with me. I am exactly where I want to be. I am at a point of my life where I can inspire people and I can share something with them, impart some knowledge, and I usually get good results with that. So I'm happy.
Yaso's answer makes me think a lot.
Hello, viewers and listeners. The last time I recorded with Yaso, my phone hanged. And we decided to continue the video by doing this Zoom session. So I'm going to continue with my final question for Yaso, which is, what can you give to the world? How others can benefit from you, Yaso?
Right. I spoke a lot about, children, and how I want them to be confident. So if you really think about it, my gift to children would have to be the gift of voice. I would like children to have the, courage and determination and motivation to be able to talk about, what they want or what they feel, and in a good way, not just being insolent or being um, rude or whatever, but just like a proper voice, and for children to be heard, and for children to feel confident. And in a way, it's not just children, it would cover everyone, because most of my students are actually older than me, and I still call them kids. I don't know why, but then to me it's just that, like, I want to have a world of people where everybody feels that they have this voice. It's not just people who seem to be an extrovert who can say whatever they want to say, but anyone can do that. That's what I think I can give to the world.
Yeah. In fact, I can resonate with that, because that's one of my purposes of starting this YouTube channel. I mean, of doing this series, Humans of My Life, to give voices to people around me.
Mhm.
And yeah, so what are your final words for this interview?
Well, this interview spanned in like a few days. You do realize that, right? So for my final words, um, well, I would have to say that, we all have some sort of persona that we have when we are in different places. So some of us have a different persona in front of the camera. Some of us have a different persona, off the camera. Some of us have a different persona when we're with family members and friends, and when we're alone, and all that. My final message is, when you are alone, when you have that moment to yourself, when you're alone, be kind to yourself. I guess, that's a good thing. And have that when you I know there are a lot of people who try to spread positivity, but they miss that one mark where they don't spread that positivity with themselves. So, while I think it's as important to voice to people, positivity also starts from within. So it's good to have that feeling. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, of course. And yeah, this difficult time, everybody is going through some sort of thing. So it's nice to get everybody a voice to be heard. And if you are trying to look for your voice, this is where I do my marketing. If you are trying to look for your voice and you need a little bit of encouragement in terms of public speaking or just in confidence and so on, I hope that I could be of some sort of help. And you can look for me at Limelight Artistry Resources. My Instagram page is called Stand Out with Limelight. So I hope everybody gets a chance to stand out without feeling guilt about it, or being shy to be in the limelight. So do that. Be in the limelight. Embrace that voice that you are given. Be yourself, and at the same time, be kind to yourself while you're being yourself. I don't believe in fake it till you make it. I don't think it would last. I really think that you need to feel it and do it and be it in order for you to make it. No, faking it doesn't work. So be nice to yourself and you would be heard. That's my last words. Yeah.
Maybe it's a coincidence, but earlier, I watched a video on Gary V's Instagram. He's an entrepreneur from US. He said something about one of his superpower is not judging himself. And I feel for most of us, that's a work in progress. I mean, we tend to take all the voices that we hear when we grow up and make it our inner voice, which is something we need to hear in ourselves. So thank you, Yaso, for that important message. Finding
I'm a work in progress too.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that, each of us are actually a work in progress, and you are a work in progress for yourself, not in competition with anybody else. So that's a good reminder. Thanks for that, Ajan.
Yeah, like Yaso said, this interview spans for a few days. And what happened was, after my phone hang, I didn't realize the video was not saved in the phone. So that's why I continued the next question in this session. Thank you, Yaso, for doing it with me. This is after midnight, guys. So I really appreciate Yaso for doing this with me. And
thank you.
I'm proud to have you as a friend, Yaso. So that's the end of the...
That's very cheesy.
Come again?
That was so cheesy.
Yeah. I keep giving you cheesy lines. So that's the end of... That's the end of episode 5 of Humans of My Life with teacher or coach Yaso.